Dean, or text Jonathan to 79640.
Jonathan, it's really all the same thing, right? It's no secret that the Big 12 Conference has been making moves to try to keep its reputation as a top-tier conference. Dusty Dvoracek met with leaders from across the conference in Arizona this week and has an inside view of what the future holds.
Busy week for Big 12 head football coaches and athletic directors. They went out to Scottsdale this week for the spring meetings. I had the opportunity to represent ESPN there and spent Tuesday night having dinner and hanging out with all the coaches and athletic directors, and then some pretty pointed meetings that revolved around access and innovations. I can assure you the Big 12, the television broadcasts are going to be on the cutting edge, behind the scenes things in game that you've never seen before. I can't wait to see exactly what that looks like. But it really just follows the pattern of what Brett Yormark's done since he's been on the job for almost 10 months now. And he's going to push the envelope. Access, innovation, ideas, creativity, bringing new revenue streams to the forefront. How about in 2024 when the Big 12 is going to hold their own pro day in Frisco at the Star? How about the fact that they've partnered with Rucker Park for the basketball programs, and now it looks as if Brett Yormark even expanding into Mexico City. Extra revenue streams as well as tapping into new markets with football and basketball. Brett Yormark is a visionary and is the right man to lead this new Big 12 into the next frontier of college football. One thing stuck with me big time as I sat there and I talked with the Big 12 administrators, coaches, athletic directors, and the number one thing was the Big 12 is now operating out of a position of strength. They're on their toes. They're attacking. Where they told me previously they were on their heels in reacting. The Big 12 is going to look a lot different without Oklahoma and Texas after 2024. But it's in a good place, and they've got the perfect man leading the way.
You know, without OU and OSU, that's not so good. But Bob Bowlesby, nothing against him. Nice guy and really smart. But this cat's a lot better. I don't know. At the end of the day, you've got to have teams that go play for national championships, and that will be the ultimate goal. And I think the Big 12 will struggle there. But with the increase up to 12 teams coming, they should get a shot.
Yeah, I think this is a good move for the league. I mean, you're exactly right, Dean. You got to go play and you got to go win and win at a high level. But continuing to do things the way that they have always been done is a recipe to fall behind and to be stagnant and to be stale. For Brett Yormark to come in, push the envelope, increase the creativity and the access and some of the in-game stuff, I think is a huge move, especially as we're hitting this kind of period of change and transition when it comes to the Big 12. It's fun to watch. I'm already excited. Well, Big 12 and college football as a whole will largely depend on what happens with the Pac-12 over the next several months. Dusty coming back to break down where the conference stands now and what that all means for the Big 12.
Wasn't just the Big 12 in Scottsdale. The Pac-12 was there as well with their head football coaches, athletic directors, and their conference commissioner. No surprise, the big talking point, a Pac-12 media rights deal. Will one get done? Or will it not? I had a chance to talk with several Pac-12 head football coaches, and the one thing that was clear, these 10 schools want to get a deal done. They want to stay together, but the money's got to be right. And with the Big 12 putting together a package that's going to pay each of its schools $31.7 million a year when it kicks in, that's what these Pac-12 presidents expect. Something in the ballpark of $30 million a year for their member institutions. And the big question, can they get there? It remains one of the puzzling points of this offseason. ESPN, they're now out as a primary rights holder. Fox, they're out. What's left? Secondary networks, streaming. Is that going to be enough for George Kliavkoff in the bottom of the ninth? Because that's what it feels like we're at, to put a deal together and suffice their schools. We know Oregon, Washington, they're looking at the Big Ten. The Arizona schools, Colorado, Utah, they're talking with the Big 12. Everybody's just waiting with bated breath. Can George Kliavkoff get a deal done? If he can, the Pac-12 is going to stay together. If he can't get a deal done that suffices his schools, there's going to be a lot more movement and expansion. I think it could be great news for the Big 12.
Well, I didn't hear the key words such as San Diego State in place of USC. Things like that aren't good. Maybe you should do a combo pattern with the Live Golf people. That's been really exciting, but they hadn't really hit a home run with a TV deal. Maybe they should go double up with the Pac-12.
Yeah, I think the big thing here where it benefits the Big 12, where they are positioning themselves as kind of on the cutting edge. If some of those Pac-12 teams start looking, the Big 12 then looks even more appealing as potentially a new place to land.